Hey there everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Jared, also known as Sir Blinken. So I know generally when you do an introduction video or a welcome to the channel video, it would be your first video. Well, I tend to do things a little bit differently. This is my 6th or 7th video that I'm actually putting out, and I figured it's about time that I actually fully introduce myself and kind of go over what my plans are here on YouTube. In a lot of my earlier videos, I mentioned that I was planning on doing streaming over on Twitch as well, but I've decided at this point that I'm going to put all of my focus into YouTube. Um, I know a lot of people believe that you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket, but YouTube and Google seem like a pretty good basket to put your eggs in. I don't see the platform going anywhere. I don't see streaming on YouTube going anywhere. I know it's not pushed as much as it is over on Twitch, but I really do believe from research that I've done and some other content creators here on the platform that streaming on YouTube is going to start getting pushed a lot heavier and be a lot more searchable than it is now. So instead of trying to kind of diversify where I'm at, I think at this point that I'd rather just stick to YouTube. One of the other big things with Twitch is that if you're 100% a streamer, video games is your bread and butter, then I think that Twitch may actually at this point still be a better place to have all of your attention kind of focused. But for me, the video gaming and streaming is, I don't want to say an afterthought, but it's not what my primary intention is on YouTube. Um, I am a really big techie, and as you've seen a lot of my videos so far, I've been unboxing. That's because that's something that I watch a lot of. Unbox Therapy, Linus Tech Tips are two of my favorite channels here on the platform, and I'd like to in some way kind of emulate them to a much smaller degree. Um, Obviously, at the beginning, I'm not going to have as much opportunity to look at as much tech as they do, but I'll do as much as I can. And a lot of these earlier videos are the pieces of tech that I'm invested in for either myself or my wife, either for her, with her working in a school and planning on going back to school, as well as me owning a small business and some of the tech that I need for that, as well as the beginning of my journey here on YouTube and the tech that I think that I need to get that journey started. As I mentioned at this point, I do own my own business, but due to some increasing health concerns, I'm looking at kind of gradually migrating myself out of that and hopefully into YouTube. And that's why I did not do an introduction video right off the bat, because that first unboxing video I did was just kind of a test run. I didn't really know how well things would blow up. And quite frankly, you guys have amazed me to no end. That first video, I was expecting maybe 20 to 30 views, just some friends and family. And as of this morning, I believe it has like 26 to 2,800 views on it. I thought that if I ever actually tried YouTube, that I'd be looking at 2 years to hit the milestones that I hit in the first week. I know that's unusual, and I know that I can't bank on that continuing, but I'm hoping to kind of be able to ride that wave going forward and be able to use that to help transition from an entrepreneurial role to almost an entrepreneur role in the YouTube and tech space. As I mentioned in one of my early videos, is that I did used to work at Best Buy while I was going to college, and so I got a lot of tech training kind of there, and I used to build my own custom PCs, as well as almost 30 years of video game experience. So I do feel like I have some different things to offer, but one of my big kind of goals here on YouTube is, aside from just unboxing and kind of showing tech, is to be able to show some real world applications of that tech. And as I said, with me having diminished health, I want to be able to start showing how people with diminished health can actually use some of this new technology to improve their lives, and that how they can interact with the rest of the world on a regular basis and not have to feel like outsiders, not have to feel like they're disabled. I will be honest at this point and say that at this point I am fully legally blind. I'm planning on doing a bunch of videos on this channel to be able to demonstrate what that actually means. I used to have 20/20 vision and then had a very rapid drop off that went from 20/20 to 20/200, which is legally blind. And currently, I'm sitting about that 20/600 mark. 20/800 is about the point where you get to completely blind, or at least to where you're only really seeing lights and shadows, so you have no real effective vision. Me being the kind of person I am, though, is I refuse to let that hold me back, and I know a lot of people out there who have quote unquote disabilities that refuse to let that hold them back as well. So, in some part, this is going to be an advocacy channel, so hopefully that appeals to certain markets, and hopefully you guys don't hold that against me, but if you do, that's your loss. Because this isn't just about being blind, this isn't just about being disabled, this is about being a human, about being American. I am in the United States. I welcome everyone from around the world. I, quite frankly, hope to be able to travel some days and bring you kind of a different way of seeing the world through travels, from the kind of vision, quote unquote, of a blind person. Luckily, through my work experience and through different opportunities I've had, I have managed to be in 28 states in the past 10 years. I have done some videos in the past, but I was too much of a coward to actually upload them to YouTube. And then with my entrepreneurship, owning my own businesses, I've tried doing some YouTube in the past for that, and once again fell into the thing of not believing in myself enough to be able to actually upload it. A couple of videos I did upload started to do good, and I just deleted them right away because I was too afraid of people seeing me. Well, I've managed to get over that fear, and that's what you can even see as time has progressed through the videos that I've put out just in the past week. The first video I did, I was very kind of timid in. I admit it. I was very scared. I was very unsure of what I was doing. And I still have no idea what I'm doing. But thanks to your guys' amazing support, I have a lot more confidence in what I'm doing. So I'm hoping that a lot of you will kind of respect what I'm doing and be willing to help me out. And all I'm asking for a help out is to hit that subscribe, leave me some comments so we can interact. If you have any questions, never hesitate. Drop that down below. But as I go forward, like I said, I'm hoping to be able to do a lot more tech reviews. Like I've mentioned much of my videos, I am very much in the Apple platform. One of the big reasons I'm in their environment is their accessibility features. That Apple has, in my opinion, the best accessibility features on the market. Samsung has more accessibility features, but I believe that the ones that Apple has are better, and enough better that they're a draw into their environment just on their own. And then for someone like me, who's able to then have a phone and multiple iPads, and then hopefully soon my computer will get here, where I can share that stuff back and forth, is a huge upside for me. These past few videos I've done entirely on recording on my iPhone and then airdropping it over to my iPad and then using iMovie to edit them, splice them, and then create these initial videos solely on an iPad. I know that a lot of you may make fun of me for how kind of low end or low tech that situation may be, but I've managed to get 5,000 views on videos made solely on an iPhone and an iPad. So it is very much doable. I am trying to kind of incorporate some other tech into improving these videos as time goes on. I've picked up a couple of kind of studio lights. I'm hoping to pick up some more. If this continues to do well, maybe pick up some green screen or, pick up some different things to try and enhance my videos, to expand to a larger audience, so that hopefully I can get my hands on some more tech as time goes on and kind of show different options that are available, both for just the average consumer and then also for consumers that may have disabilities. A nice thing with my wife being in the Samsung environment that she's in is, once again, it's just my opinion, but Samsung and Apple have the two best environments out there and probably the two best all-around phones and computer systems that you can get. I know you can do custom build PCs that can do amazing things, but I'm just talking about just straight up pre-built hardware. I'm a fan of Samsung and Apple. And I know a lot of people out there, a lot of times when they're looking at these environments, the smartwatches, the phones, the laptops, the computers even, I know Samsung doesn't really have a desktop, but at least now with the MacBook, the Studio, the MacBook Pros, and the new Mac computer coming out most likely in June, they have a lot other kind of tech options to offer there. And to be able to kind of compare these two to help you as an individual consumer pick which one you think is best for you, and then also for those people who do have disabilities, or even for those who have parents with disabilities, to be able to know what to get for them and how they can help them to set up their tech so that they can get the best out of their lives. I do have a disabled mother as well, which is where I unfortunately inherited my genetics from, which is why I'm having the kind of medical issues that I'm having. And I've put her in the Apple environment as well, partially because I know the environment. And so she can call me and go, hey, I'm having an issue. I don't know how to work my phone. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to get this to work. So I can say, okay, if I don't know just offhand what to do, I can open up my phone and go, okay, hit this, hit this, hit this, hit this, and then get her to work on it. And then it's also because I know how the environment works for me and those accessibility features work, that I'm able to get those set up on her device so that she can get all the same accessibility and all the kind of enhancements that the technology can actually have to offer. I do have 20 years working in the accessibility technology kind of atmosphere. So I believe that I have a lot to offer on that front, and can hopefully be a really good resource. Which is why once again I'm going to say, if you have questions, ask. I'm not ashamed of what I'm going through. I have no reservations on answering questions. I've done lectures in front of hundreds to almost thousands of people on disabilities and activism and different ways to help. And I'm hoping that with kind of that experience, it'll help me translate that onto this platform, where I just may be talking to a camera, but behind that camera could be potentially millions of people. So, I very much believe that one person can make a huge difference, and that's kind of my goal here on YouTube, is to be able to make that difference. The video gaming and the streaming for me is a way to reach a wider audience, and it's just something to have fun with. I'm not a professional gamer. I'm not going to have, I'm not going to be setting world records in any of the games that I'm playing. I believe more in just the personality, just kicking back, having fun, and quite frankly, who doesn't want to watch a blind guy get shot a million times in Call of Duty? Who doesn't want to watch a blind guy try and play Rocket League and see if he can score, and either I'm going to get destroyed, or I can dunk on some people and make fun of them that they lost to a blind guy. Because yes, with everything else in life, if you don't have a sense of humor about it, it'll eat you alive, and I'm too stubborn to be eaten alive. So, I'm going to start trying to do some streaming. Like I said, I'm going to do it on YouTube now instead of over on Twitch, so I can kind of consolidate my focus here. The streams for now that I'm going to start doing, thankfully now, if you've seen my earlier video, I did manage to get my hands on a PS5, so I can start streaming straight from that now. My HP laptop could not handle the streaming and the kind of conversion. And my wife's laptop, the Galaxy Book 2 Pro 360, check those videos out if you haven't. Although I'm guessing if you're seeing this video, it's probably because you found my channel because of those videos. Hers can handle it, but then I have to have OBS and all the other stuff set up on there. And quite frankly, I feel bad stealing her laptop. So for now, thankfully the PS5 has the integrated capture card. So I'm going to start getting that going and start doing some smaller streams on there. And then once my new Apple computer gets here, spoiler alert, I did order the new Studio. I'll be doing a full unboxing on that and explaining why I picked the model and features and everything that I did on that. But then I'll be able to start using that to stream games. I have a bunch of friends that have Switches that we're going to start playing some, Splatoon 2, Splatoon 3 when that releases, and a bunch of other games on that platform, as well as get back into Minecraft. I used to be huge into Minecraft. I haven't really had the ability or time to play games in quite a while, so I've kind of fallen away from that. But those are kind of a couple of games on those platforms that I'm planning on bringing. Like I said, on the PS5, we'll have Rocket League, we'll have Call of Duty. I did pick up the new Horizons game. I did not play Forbidden Dawn. I haven't had a video game console in years aside from the Switch. So I'm excited to try that. I know a lot of my friends bought a PS5 or sorry, a PS4 just to play was it Forbidden Dawn or whatever the Horizons game was in that era, and they absolutely loved it. So I have a lot of faith in this. I did think about picking up Elden Rings because I know it's like Game of the Year right now, but I know it's also a heavily saturated market, so I don't know if it's worth kind of getting into that. If you guys want to watch a blind guy play Elden Rings, let me know. I can always pick that up, either pick up physical or at this point I can just download on the PS5 and start streaming that, play that. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of introduce you to me and kind of what my intentions are here on the platform. Um, for now, I'm just working on my own. I would love the opportunity to collaborate with some of these other bigger YouTubers out there. Like I said, Unbox Therapy and Linus Tech Tips are two of my favorite channels here on the platform. And there's countless other tech reviews out there. I wish I could remember names off the top of my head, but I'm kind of bad with names a lot of times. Um, but yeah, so go ahead, make requests, make comments, give me questions. I want this to be an interactive experience. I want this to be a discussion. I want this to be a learning experience. Um, and I believe the best way to do that, and a lot of times, is to just have fun. Um, if I stand here and try and preach at you, there's nothing to do. But if I can sit here and if I can make you laugh, it's going to make you want to stick around longer. And then you may be able to learn something in that time frame during that process. And we can have a community here that grows. And if this goes well enough, which I'm hoping, is that eventually I'm planning on selling off my businesses and then dedicating my life to going fully into YouTube, both on the tech side of things and on the advocacy side of things. So I know it might not seem like a lot, but if you can hit that subscribe button down below, um, right now in my first few videos that I've done, I've managed to pick up 35 amazing subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that. And I know for a lot of people, trying to get the content in front of people to get the views is the hard part for getting a YouTube partnership. For me, I'm going to have the hours and the view time long before I have the subscriber count. So if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, then that gets me onto YouTube's partner program, which then opens up a world of more interaction that I can do with you guys, and then opens up a world of opportunity that I can take this channel to an even higher level to hopefully be able to get more tech brought in, either that I can just afford to buy with essentially YouTube's money, or that I can get sponsorships, or I can get companies like Samsung or Apple or Dell or Sony to like send products in, do a review, send them back, or just kind of be able to go out into the world and show day-to-day life of someone with disabilities or different tech options that may come available in that meantime. I know on the kind of advocacy side of things is I have a lot of other day-to-day life activities that I'd like to start kind of making some videos on, start streaming, do kind of live outside environmental videos. I don't know how well something like that would go here on the platform. So if you guys can let me know, I'd love to know. For example, I have a grill. I grill 4 to 5 nights a week for my family. I love to grill. I make my own seasonings. I do my own dry and wet rubs. I do all sorts of stuff like that. If you guys are interested in anything like that, let me know. If you just want to see how a blind guy gets around town or goes to a grocery store, I can show you how you can take an iPhone and make a shopping experience infinitely easier because of the technology that's within that phone. So if you guys are interested in that stuff, let me know. If you guys have any other interesting, crazy ideas, let me know. I love to hear from you guys. I'm amazed in the hundreds of comments I've had so far, and every single one of them, whether it's just a good job on a video or it's an actual question or it's information I don't have, means the absolute world to me. Obviously, as the channel gets bigger, if it gets bigger, which I'm counting on, I'm putting all that on you guys. Just kidding. Um, that it may be harder for me to review a lot of these um, comments individually, but then hopefully as I go forward, that I can get a bigger support network in here that can also work on this channel, work on bringing extra content in. I know my wife has been blown away by the amount of support that we've had on this so far, and is interested in getting involved as well. Um, she has her own business that she's running at this point as well as both of us work at our local high school. So we have kind of our hands in a lot of different pots right now. So if this goes big enough where she can start getting more involved with there, maybe, aside from me focusing on this, that she can start focusing on this as well. And we can have like a full family tag team event going on. But once again, I appreciate you guys for all the support that you guys have given to me. It's unbelievable at this point, and I can't even imagine the fact that I have the ability to grow this even further than it already has. So thank you again. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, ask a question, give me a suggestion, do whatever kind of floats your fancy. And I look forward to interacting with you down the road and kind of growing this community. And one of the things that I figured I'd interject with here, to kind of explain part of where the channel's at right now too, is my name, like I said, is Jared, but I also go by Sir Blinken. That has kind of two effects to it. One, I had some people that kept calling me Blinky because of my eye situation. That my eyes don't always focus correctly. I do wear sunglasses the vast majority of the time, but to kind of make fun of me, but in a friendly way, that they'd call me Blinky. Well, then one of my favorite movies of all time, a Mel Brooks movie, who's probably my favorite director of all time, did Robin Hood Men in Tights, and they had the character Blinken in that movie. And so I ended up kind of integrating the two and started going just by Blinken in some games online. And then I was doing I don't remember if it was in Skyrim, but it was in a RPG game, and I got promoted to Sir, and all of a sudden I was Sir Blinken, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever, and so that's where Sir Blinken came from. So you can call me Jared, you can call me Blinken, you can call me whatever you want, probably, but that's just kind of a little background on where that came from, and hopefully also shows the fact that I do have a sense of humor about the vision loss and about the other kind of issues going on, and the kind of humor that I'm planning on bringing to the channel. So thanks again for coming, for being supportive, and hopefully we can continue to grow this community and move forward and laugh, learn, and love together. So have a great day. Bye.